Cancel culture has come for the Star Spangled Banner. They said that they wouldn't come for America, but now they are. The left wing proves that the slippery slope is real. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the Los Angeles Times, it's time to cancel the Star Spangled Banner. Here's what should replace it. Now, one of the most infuriating things about the left is if you give them an inch, they take a mile. And they have often said things like, there's no such thing as the slippery slope. But time and time again, left-wingers have proven that the slippery slope exists. You know, the left often makes this argument that they're just going to go for the bad thing. They're just going to pull down a few statues of some really bad people or controversial figures, and that they're not going to, keep pushing to tear down Lincoln or George Washington. But that's exactly what they did. The moment that the government let left-wingers tear down statues, they kept moving the goalposts, moving the goal, so that they could push further and further. They came for George Washington. They came for statues of Abraham Lincoln. And now they're coming for the Star Spangled Banner. I think it goes without saying that a lot of the woke left is un-American. But before we begin this story, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a share. So here you can see a picture of the American flag covering the Dodger Stadium while people play the National Anthem. But now people on the left are calling to cancel the National Anthem itself. They said they would never go this far. They just wanted to cancel bigots and conservatives. That's what amazes me. The left claimed that they just wanted to cancel, bigots and evil people, but then they basically canceled regular conservatives and even people who are not bigoted, but just people they don't like because they have different opinions than them. They've come for us all, and now they're coming for our anthem. So this article is by Jody Rawson. She says, the Francis Scott Key Monument in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park is one of those old-fashioned pieces of public art that we shall say lays it on thick. They go on to talk about it. In the center of the monument in the main attraction is a bronze statue of Key, the Washington, D.C. lawyer who 206 years ago wrote the words to the Star Spangled Banner to commemorate the American victory in the Battle of Baltimore in the War of 1812. And, now they want to tear it down. Figuratively, they want to tear down his song. And there's a lot of fluff in this article. I'm not going to be reading it, so I'm trying to read through here. But basically, they make the argument that Key was a slave owner, like many of the historical personages whose statues have been defaced and destroyed in the Black Lives Matter uprising. So you admit that it's an armed insurrection. Very interesting. They're literally admitting that it's not a protest, it's not peaceful, it's an uprising, an insurrection against America. Again, Black Lives Matter has been involved in violence, destruction of public property, burning down cities, looting. I don't think they're a good organization. That followed the May 25th killing of George Floyd by the Minneapolis police. Yes. We all know this. There's a lot of details about the story the public doesn't know, but I digress. It does not, no matter what the case is, it does not justify the destruction and violence and the shootings that we've seen. But it was also Key's role as a songwriter, his famous ode to the land of the free and the home of the brave, that it made him a target for protesters. So, these guys, these woke leftists and members of Black Lives Matter, BLM, they said that they were just out there fighting bigotry, that they weren't going to come for America's traditions, but now they are. They're coming for this man and his song, our anthem. And you know what? We told you so. So many people like me who talk about these things warned everyone that, yes, indeed, they will come for everything. Trump was right about this too. He made the argument a while back that they're going to try to tear down Mount Rushmore, George Washington, and that's literally what they did. Woke leftists talked about how, Mount Rushmore was built on native land and we should get rid of it. Then there was people who wanted to tear down statues of George Washington. It never ends with these people. You cannot give the left an inch. They will take a mile. So you're going to have other commentators out there who are maybe more progressive than me, And they're going to say things like, well, I believe in social justice, and I believe in some of these progressive ideologies and programs and policies. I don't. Because if you give these people an inch, they will take a mile, and it will never be enough for them. They're like a virus or a cancer spreading. So I don't even care if it's for something good. At this point, I don't think America can budge. And they've caused this issue. They cannot be trusted. The progressive woke left. They want to destroy America. I mean, at this point, what else is there? Once they're done with all of this, they're coming for the very heart of Americanism itself. They go on to say the Star Spangled Banner has been a fixture of American life for more than a century prior to May 4th, 1931, when President Hoover signed a bill establishing the song as the national anthem. And it's been in our history ever since. So now it says, the wave of reckoning and revisionism that is sweeping the country may have come for the national anthem. So in the days following the toppling of the Golden Gate Park statue, viral posts on media decried the Star Spangled Banner a racist song. Here you can see the Root on Twitter, who says, the Star Spangled Banner is one of the most racist, pro-slavery, and anti-black songs in the American lexicon. And you would be wise to cut it from your hashtag 4th of July playlist. Hashtag F the 4th. Who do these people think they are? These people are not normal. They're extremists. They're revolutionaries. They legitimately want to destroy America and replace it with something else. A lot of them have slightly different ideas. Some of it is socialism. Some of it is redistribution of the wealth, literally. Redistribution of power. Redistribution of everything. These people are insane. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Star Spangled Banner. It's absolutely foolish. The reason that they want to get rid of this song doesn't even have anything to do with the song. Key wrote another song with the following line, quote, elitist, sexist, and racist verses in Key's poem, Defense of Fort McHenry. So, okay, a petition posted on change.org advocated dropping the song as a national anthem, pointing to the elitist, sexist, racist verses in Kay's poem, Defense of Fort McHenry, from which the Star Spangled Banner was adapted. The poem was written by Key on September 4th, 1814, after he witnessed the bombardment of an American fort by British ships in the Baltimore harbor. Includes the lines, quote, no refugee could save the hireling and the slave, / from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. There's literally nothing racist about this line. Like, you remember when you were in school and you had to read an old book written in horrible English, maybe Shakespeare, something like that, and then your teacher would give you an assignment. So, the author made the curtains blue. Some people think it's about the writer's depression. Others think it's about the gloominess of the world. Write a paper of what you think the blue curtains mean. We've heard this one before, but in reality, I forgot exactly what book this references, but in this book, or whatever it was, the blue curtains meant blue. I remember there's a story about this, like an author who was asked by these teachers, so what do the blue curtains mean? And the guy was like, well, I wrote some curtains and they just happened to be blue. Or whatever color it was, whatever the story was. Maybe that line is literal. No refugee could save the hireling and the slave. Hirelings existed back then, so did slaves. No one could save them from the terror of flight or the gloom of death. It's a literal statement. Like, if you take that as a literal statement, which is how I would take it, he's just stating something like he could have used any word. He just used slave because it rhymes with grave, and slaves existed back then. I mean, what's the issue? Is acknowledging slavery racist now? Like, acknowledging that it was a thing? Wow. So, it goes on to talk about all the woke, insane people. So, oh my god, and some of the replacements that they suggest for our national anthem are so cringy. So, the top tier cringe. The writer and critic Kevin Powell proposed John Lennon's Imagine. Yeah, because that worked out so well last time. Just like that cringy Imagine adaptation by those celebrities that managed to be offensive to almost everyone.
Imagine there's no countries, yeah.
It isn't hard to do.
Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too.
So people are responding negatively to this. Of course they would. I'm I think it's ridiculous. I just want to read a few of the replies to this story, some of the things that people are saying. Now, Bongino Report says it best. I still remember when we were told this was only about Confederate statues and it would stop there. In other words, I remember it last month. Hey-yo! You know, that was my point. It's a slippery slope. They've proven that the slippery slope is real, and it's proven that you cannot give these people an inch. They will take everything from you. Some people are saying we should cancel the Los Angeles Times, cancel their subscription. They're saying no. People are pretty mad about this. Martin Dwabny has a really good point. He says, every article like this will help Trump get reelected. Abolishing capitalism, defunding the police, burning statues, tearing down images of Jesus, and canceling the U.S. National Anthem, it's votes in the bag for him. And you know what, my friends? I think he says it best. Because that's pretty much the story. It goes without saying that these people are absolute crackpots. We will not replace the anthem. You are insane, and you know what? Enough is enough. You give these people an inch, they take a mile. No more. Do not yield to these insane anti-American people, because when someone's anti-American, they don't have your best interests at heart. What they want to do is change America itself. And I'm going to be honest. Can you imagine a world run by the woke left? Oh, it would be a nightmare. Conservatives would be punished, would be beaten, would be possibly enslaved. I'm not even joking. I think that's what they would do if they had power. These people aren't out there for justice. A lot of them, I believe, this is just my opinion, but I think a lot of people, they want to make their political enemies suffer. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Please let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you like the work I do and want to support the channel, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server. If you want to donate, there's DonorBox and Bitcoin. Links are down below. And why not check out my merch store? I've got 2 beautiful designs. Deus Volt, Knight and Sword collection. I've got t-shirts, stickers, all sorts of stuff. And lastly, if you like this video, please consider sharing it with others. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.